Welcome back to the Museum of Aquarium and Pet History. And this box has something that a lot of people just passed on, but not me, because I have never seen one in person. I've only seen them in catalog pictures, and it's up there in rarity with the Illusion birdcage. Yes. That is how rare this is. But Herbert knew it was rare because he priced it accordingly. It wasn't a bargain, that's for sure. And I bought a lot of... He's a guy that sells quite often on eBay and some other platforms, but he knows what he's selling. He must be a professional picker because he's out there all the time, mostly getting advertising stuff. He does find some pretty rare items. All right. Wow. Look how he packed it. He put a piece of foam on the bottom, along with a box on top, large bubble wrap. Yeah, he's really a good packer. That's amazing. Okay, so let's see if I can get this off. All right, foam on the bottom. He even has a rubber band holding the clips. That's amazing. Now it looks like it's missing something on top here. Let me just... All right. So if you haven't guessed, this is a Lindemann cage. It's got the trademark on the door right here. But what makes it unusual is this. And probably the bowl was smaller, but it actually had a spot for a fishbowl at the top. And this was made in the 1800s only for like a couple of years. It's in the 1887 catalog from Lindemann. So I was quite enamored because I knew it held the fishbowl on top and I knew it was Lindemann, but I had no idea about the size of the bowl that would go with this cage. It looks like someone painted it yellow. It does not look like it was probably originally yellow. It's actually got some red underneath here. So that's going to be interesting if we try to do some kind of restoration and see what kind of color is underneath this. But super rare because 1800s Lindemann, a fishbowl holder cage. Now it's not the Illusion cage, which is even much rare, but it's still rare in its own right. So that is that. All right, so got a couple more items. So this is from a friend of mine, someone I've known since I was, 16 years old. And I think I got him into collecting when I was younger because I was such a pack rat and I always had all this pet stuff. And so I think I really did get him into collecting this stuff. So this one I think he just sent me for free, just asked me if I wanted it. That is a Metaframe bubble up filter. So that's from the 60s, and that's the Metaframe bubble up filter where it went on the back of your tank. And it's got a little siphon thing here where you can put it in the tank, put that over it so you can bring the water siphon into the filter. And this was probably about the time, this is pre Mattel. Instructions in the package. So that's very cool. All right, what else we got? Got one little thing here. And I have not forgotten about you reptile people. I am going to do some reptile videos of reptile products, which are super rare. In fact, I am going to do the turtle history of the turtle bowl. This is Eastland, Aquarium, and Tonic. Super, super rare. Tropical Fish Hatchery, Inc., City of Industry, California. Very few of these actually survived. And that is a metallic label, which is very, very cool. There is also, believe it or not, there is a fish hatchery out by the Salton Sea called Eastland. I don't know if they were, I think they were owned by the one that's in Florida, honestly. And they did an experimental thing to see if they can raise mollies and swordtails, guppies, that kind of thing. And I went out there with some friends. We were collecting fish because the Cleveland Canal next to the Salton Sea had Cyprinodon macularis, which is the desert pupfish. They used to be legal to collect, now they're not. Plus they had all kinds of mollies that were in the Cleveland Canal, which is a canal that runs next to the Salton Sea, which is badly polluted, and the salinity is in nuclear range. So anyways, we started walking around and we found this little oasis. And all of a sudden this crowd of people came, and they were total hippies. And they were like, you know, what are you doing? It says, we're collecting fish. Well, you can't collect fish there because that's our water. Really? So we didn't collect fish there, but we did find an abandoned warehouse, and in it was some file cabinets. In the file cabinets were invoices for Eastland Tropical Fish Company. And so they were actually attempting to raise fish out in the desert of California. I don't think it was successful at all, though. So this was from Germany, believe it or not. So that looks like a terracotta castle or sewer tile castle, but it's not. This was made in Germany. I've never seen one like this. It's actually very, very cool. I can't believe Ken sold it to me. So, so there's that. All right, so cool stuff. I love this, and I love that, and I love this. So, okay, 3 out of 4, not bad. I'll see you guys again next week. Thank you for coming. Have a great weekend. Take care.